So Caitlin Clark is playing another game in Iowa. Yes, she is going to be playing a preseason game in Iowa against the Brazilian national team on the 4th of May. She is going to be back in Iowa to play at the Carver Hawkeye Arena. This in New Jersey retirement game might break the internet this weekend. Can't keep that girl at Carver too long. It's her source of power. And yeah, it's a mad one. Only thing for me is if they had Kate and her new team or Gustafson and the Aces come too. Greedy Iowa fan is fantastic and will sell out in 30 seconds. Of course it'll sell out in 30 seconds. Caitlin Clark is playing at Iowa again. She is playing at Iowa again. And also, it is not only that. Like, I really like what they're doing right here. Because the Brazilian national team are also playing in LSU. The Chicago Sky will be coming to LSU 2 days later. It's cool. Like, it is actually, in my opinion, really, really cool. Like, I think this is as good as promotion as anything. Like, I wouldn't actually be that surprised if Iowa would just say, you know what, would you want to move this to the football stadium? See how many people you get. Can we break the record and move this game to the football stadium? The largest fan base or crowd ever in a women's basketball game. Like, that is genuinely something that I could see them doing, and it would sell out. It would break the record from last time. Like, it would be absolutely, absolutely huge. And still, it would be a good thing. A genuine good thing for the WNBA. Let's see what we're seeing here. Quote, it's cool to see a potential trend. This comes after the Aces hosted their sole preseason game at South Carolina against Puerto Rico. Oh, that's cool. So the Aces did the same thing, obviously, with Aja Wilson's college. And they are places that don't have WNBA teams. No WNBA team in South Carolina. I don't know, Louisiana? I actually don't know enough about American geography. Yeah, so outstanding move out of Fever in Iowa. Did we clear the WNBA Twitter to make sure they're not upset first? This is nice following South Carolina. Big ups to the team and school to take on France. What? To move to the football stadium, we could break the record. Indy versus Brazil. And I wonder what happens, though, in the Sky game. Does Cardoso play for Brazil? Or does Cardoso play for the Sky? And also, does Damiris Dantas play for Brazil? Or does Damiris Dantas play for the Fever? Indiana Fever playing at Iowa's genius move. The fact they play the Brazilian national team is 10 times bigger move. The game is advertised properly in Brazil. It could easily have 50 million views. Probably not. It's like, look, I get it. Women's basketball is on the up and up. It's not 50 million views on the up. It's not 50 million views up and up. Like, it's not quite there yet. It's not quite there. But yeah, it's huge. Get 10. Took 2 hours to get a call from the boss. Get 10 to 15 half court and don't F it up. Yeah, I'd say this is gonna be one of the biggest preseason games ever, if not the biggest preseason game ever, because obviously, look, it's the same and it isn't when it comes to their game. These games, like them and the Sky, are playing the same teams. Both of them have the 2 best players on the Brazilian national team on their teams, but the big difference is let's be real. We're not going to see a huge spike in viewership in the country of Brazil watching injuries. It's not going to happen. Like, there will be a lot of people watching Cardoso there, just like there will be quite a few people to or watching Dantas for the Fever. But yeah, it is a huge thing. And I think it could end up, like, if it is marketed properly, it could be the most viewed women's basketball game of all time. Just purely because, again, she's in Iowa. it's going to be a huge deal made about her going back to Iowa. If ESPN or something don't have this game on TV, it would be negligence. If one of these top networks does not get this game on TV, it would be complete and utter negligence. And I don't see how that could happen, to be fair. I actually don't see how that could happen in any way. And like with that, I see it being a huge money maker for the Fever. Like I reckon I'd be interested in seeing what way the revenue is being split on the gate on that game for Caitlin Clark to come back. I would be very interested. Like the Fever have to go out of their way to like, just give it to Iowa, and it would be a huge game. So I'd say Fever are getting I'd say they're probably getting a decent chunk of the gate revenue. And if they somehow put this on the football field, which there's a non-0% chance they put this game on the football field, if they sell out in 30 seconds, they might actually just go and say, you know what, let's go and do this. Let's do this. Let's put another game on a football field and see what happens. And it could be like that would be, in my opinion, just experience-wise, one of the craziest basketball experiences. Because it's one thing if it's a college team, getting to see a national team versus a WNBA team in a football stadium in front of 50,000 fans. It could be like that could be the biggest women's basketball game ever, and it could be a preseason game. As of this point in time, the biggest women's basketball game ever was still Iowa versus South Carolina last year, 20 million viewers. Like, add 50,000 seats in the fans to a similar viewer experience. Like, it could be a nice one. So let me know what you guys think in the comments section below. Do you guys think this is a good thing? Do you guys think this is a bad thing? I don't understand how it's a bad thing. There are some people that think anything with the name Caitlin Clark in it is a bad thing. So I think it's good. I think the fact that the Brazilian national team are playing the two best players in the Brazilian team, Damaris Dantas and Angel Reese, are both getting to probably play against their teams. But also doing that in what are going to be packed out stadiums, because I have no doubt about it that Chicago Sky will sell out wherever LSU play for their game as well. I've absolutely no... Well, it's extremely likely, to be fair. So anyway, yeah, that's pretty much it, lads. That is pretty much it. That is the video. Thank you guys for watching. Please like, comment, and subscribe.